Former NBA player and wellness advocate Jarnell Stokes is the owner of Stoked Superfoods. Stoked Superfoods brings the purest form and highest quality products to those who want to turn the tables and take responsibility for their health. Educate people on the power of returning to nature and the holistic inner self. Our products cannot heal any disease alone, but we're here to assist in the healing process for both the mind and body. Stoked Superfoods are highly recommended. For more information, please click on the link in my description box below. When you think about Black Wall Street, it's always about the massacre, or what they call the Tulsa, Oklahoma riots. We hardly ever talk about who are the major players in Black Wall Street and how everything came about. What most people know about it, that it was a successful black community. White folks got mad over it and they destroyed it. But let's talk about how everything came together. And before we get started, I want to remind you to go back and check out my first video on Black Wall Street where I cover the riot. Inside Black Wall Street, a dollar circulated 36 to 100 times. And a dollar stayed inside of the community for a year. That is legendary. And no community anywhere on earth, I don't care where you name, has ever been able to accomplish that. A man named Ottawa W. Gurley, or O.W. Gurley, and John Baptist Stratford, or J.B. Stratford, were two of the big names responsible for Black Wall Street. They were able to convince black folks to pool their resources together for a better economy. They bought up all the land, and they got it popping. They built homes, schools, grocery stores, anything that you can think of, anything that comes to mind, they had it. They even had their own planes, and both of them had their own hotel. They named the street Greenwood Avenue after the town in Mississippi where a lot of black folks were coming from. O.W. Gurley was born in Huntsville, Alabama on Christmas Day, 1868. He moved to Oklahoma in 1889 during the land rush, and he came to Oklahoma with the mindset of black empowerment. During this time, Negroes in the tens of thousands moved to Oklahoma because they saw a mecca for the black establishment for Black Wall Street. J.B. Stratford came from Kentucky, and he moved to Oklahoma in 1889 as well. He also came with that same mindset. Black empowerment. These brothers even had their own banks. See, white folks didn't like that. They didn't like going to black banks to borrow money. The apartment buildings they built, they only rented out to black folks. Their hotels were for only black folks. Everything was black. And all of their businesses competed with the finest businesses in Oklahoma. They were either right there with them or they were dominating them. White folks didn't like that. O.W. Gurley and J.B. Stratford took advantage of the oil industry. As the oil industry boomed, black folks from everywhere were moving to Tulsa. In 1914, the Muskogee Skymander newspaper reported O.W. Gurley's net worth to be over $150,000, which is the equivalent of over $3 million today. And J.B. Stratford was his equal. You had people inside of Black Wall Street who were driving the Ford Model T car of that time. From that era, equivalent today is like driving the Rolls-Royce Phantom. O.W. Gurley was also a sheriff's deputy. Don't let what happened during the riots fool you as if we just laid down and didn't fight back. Go back and watch my first video and I'll tell you what happened. But speaking of that, we always protected what was ours. We fought to the end Whether we were outmanned, outgunned, we still fought. Like I always say, we have never laid down and accepted slavery. Never. And we've always fought back. And even after slavery, anytime we're met with violence, we respond. Men and women inside of that Greenwood district, they carried guns on them. And many disputes were settled by shootouts. One day, JB was walking through the Greenwood district. A white man pulled up on him and started harassing him. Started laughing at him and making fun of his skin, talking about how black he was. JB snatched him up and put the bangs on this dude. Beat him to a bloody pulp and left him laid out bloody. We can do this again. It's nothing. We just gotta come together. It's literally just as simple as that. Coming together. If we can get away from this every man for himself mentality and get away from this competitive nature, we can come together and we can have Black Wall Street all over again. We spend $500 million on hair and hair care products. We are the #1 consumers in the seafood industry. We make all these designer brands rich. Did you hear what I said earlier in the video? A dollar circulated 36 to 100 times inside of the community. 36 to 100 times, and stayed inside of the community for a year. Black folks spend more money than some countries even make. Let me say that again. We spend more money than some countries make. It's not that black folks don't have no money. Black folks have bad spending habits. Hey, like your boy said though, give me your grits. Give me your grits. Just give me your grits. Please follow the History with No Chaser Facebook and Instagram page. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe.